I want to start off by saying all blessings to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shah, by Hashem Rakakwadash, and double honors to the elders and apostles and a great millstone that teach this word in all honesty and sincerity. And blessings to you brothers that around the four corners that's pushing this truth in truth and sincerity. Willingly. I don't got that much time. I wanted to do a lesson outside. It's beautiful out, I'm in the park, and thought I was gonna do some fishing, but they closed early, but I thought it'd be a good day to do a lesson outside. Today's lesson gonna be about just taking the good with the bad. Because this is not a all pleasant. It's not all good times. And it's true. And a great example of that was Job. And I'm gonna just jump right into it. This will be a quick lesson. Job chapter 38. I'm gonna start at verse 1. Because this is not an all pleasant type of ordeal. The Lord gonna try you, and just like gold in the fire, it got to be tried to remove all the impurities, the dirt, and as far as man, remove all the wickedness and imperfections. And this is Job chapter 38, verse 1. Then the Lord answered Job out of the whirlwind and said, Who is this that darkeneth counsel by words without knowledge? Gird up now thy loins like a man, for I will demand of thee, and answer thou me. Where wast thou when I laid the foundation of the earth? Declare if thou hast understanding. Who hath laid the measure thereof, if thou knowest? Or who hath stretched the line upon it? Whereupon are the foundations? Bear with me, this wind is out here. Thereof fastened, or who laid the cornerstone thereof? When the morning stars sang together, and all the sons of Yahweh shouted for joy, or who shut up the sea with doors when it brake forth as if it had issued out of the womb? When I made the cloud the garment thereof, and thick darkness a swaddling band for it, and break up for it my decreed place that set bars and doors, and said, Hither shalt thou come, but no further, and here shall thy proud waves be stayed. And Job, the Lord is basically challenging Job, to answer him. Basically the Lord was flexing on Job, so to speak. Because who knows the mind of the Most High? No one. But He leaves you little trinkets and little coins of information for you to when He reveals stuff to you. And He revealed His things to the prophet. And in that, it's gonna come with some whirlwinds. It's gonna come with some trials and tribulations. It's gonna come with some slander. It's gonna come from people lying on you. All that's going, And if it seems like your life is perfect and peaches and cream, then the Lord not dealing with you, man. And the spirit of wisdom is gonna test you too, because she has to know that she can trust you with this truth. So it's not a peaches and cream type of thing. I'm jump to book of Isaiah, chapter 45, and I'm going to start at verse 6. That they may know from the rising of the sun and from the west that there is none beside me. I am the Lord, and there is none else. I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things. So the Lord will send tests. He creates evil. You know, the left hand angels are under his command. So are the right hand angels. The Lord is in control of all things, man. And when you in his truth, he's gonna test you. He's gonna send you tribulations. You know, he's gonna stir up your family against you, just to see if you're gonna break and go back into the world. You know, and if you do that, he gonna cast you out, and you gonna be way worse than what you started off. You know, Scripture says it's better that a man that he have not known the truth than he, you know, turn away from then he start the plow and then turn away from the plow, or he look back at his old self. You know, roughly paraphrasing. It's not a peaches and cream thing. I can't say it enough. You know, you're gonna catch hell in this thing. You know, you're gonna catch hell. It's no way around it. So this thing is about enduring, man, to the end. I'm gonna hop to Job, the 2nd chapter, and give you a little bit of what Job went through. I'm gonna start at chapter 2, verse 4. And Satan answered the Lord and said, Skin for skin, yea, all that a man hath will he give for his life. But put forth thine hand now and touch his bone and his flesh, and he will curse thee to thy face. And the Lord said unto Satan, Behold, he is in thine hand, but save his life. So went Satan forth from the presence of the Lord, and smote Job with sore boils from the sole of his foot unto his crown, you know, the top of his head. And he took him a potsherd and scraped himself withal and sat down among the ashes. You know, because Job was renting. He was sorrowful. So he sat in ashes. Then said his wife unto him, Dost thou still retain thine integrity? Curse God and die. And that shows you the wickedness of a woman. You know, that shows you the lack of integrity. And that shows you that this truth is not for women. They don't have the integrity to keep going. They're all about comfortability. They want to be comfortable. And this truth is not a comfortable thing. You're going to be hated amongst people. You're going to be ridiculed. You're going to be looked down upon for doing the right thing, especially in a wicked kingdom. You know. Verse 10, But he said unto her, Thou speakest as one of the foolish women speaketh. What shall we receive good at the hand of Yahweh, and shall we not receive evil? And all this did not Job sin with his lips. Now when Job's 3 friends heard of all this evil that was come upon him, they came, every one from his own place, Eliphaz and Temanite and Bildad the Shuhite, and Zophar the Nahathite, for they had made an appointment together to come to mourn with him and to comfort him. So with all this that the Lord allowed Satan to do to him, to Job, he still didn't curse the Lord. He still didn't, you know, blaspheme against the Most High. He still held his integrity, even when his wife told him to curse the Lord and die, and to not suffer, to do away with your misery, man. Just basically told Job to just put yourself out your misery, curse the Lord, die, so you can, get out of this affliction. But the Lord, Job checked her ass, and he told her, shall we only receive good of the Most High and not evil? The Lord is balanced, man. And these Christians, y'all love to give the Satan the credit for what the Most High is doing. Oh, the devil busy. The Lord, he can't do nothing that the Most High don't allow him to do, man. Period. So if you getting catching hell, man, the Most High ordained that and allowed that to happen, man. I'm going to jump to James chapter 5, verse 11. Behold, we count them happy which endure. Ye have heard of the patience of Job. And that goes to show that the Old Testament is not done away with. The New Testament refers to the Old Testament there, and the Apocrypha refers to both of them. So, everything is cohesive, man. The Old Testament, the Apocrypha, and the New Testament, man. And I'm gonna get back to James chapter 5, verse 11. Behold, we count them happy which endure. Ye have heard of the patience of Job, and have seen the end of the Lord, that the Lord is very pitiful and of tender mercy. But above all things, my brethren, swear not, neither by heaven, neither by the earth, neither by any other oath. But let your yea be yea, and your nay, nay, lest ye fall into condemnation. So, and that kind of goes with the lesson about the lukewarm Christianity church that we did yesterday. Let your yea be yea, man. It ain't no maybe and man. It's either yes or no, man. And the beautiful, the Yapa thing about the Hebrew language is there is no gray area. It's either this or it's that. It's either hot or it's cold. It's either light or it's either dark. It's either good or it's evil, man. That leaves no room for bullshit. And quite frankly, the world would be a better place without gray areas, man. And you could thank that all to this devil Esau, man. I'm gonna jump to Romans chapter 8 and 28. And we know that all things work together for good to them that love Yahweh, to them who are the called according to his purpose. So everything works. Wait, let me read that again. I'm gonna start at verse 27. Salakia. And he that searcheth the hearts knoweth what is the mind of the Spirit, because he maketh intercession for the saints according to the will of Yahweh. And we know that all things work together for good to them that love Yahweh, to them who are the called according to his purpose. So the good and the bad work together for the will of the Most High, man. He is a power of balance. Good and evil. We have day and night. We have light, we have darkness. We have sweet and we have savory. We have salty. We have bland. You have wet, you have dry. For everything that there is, there's an opposite but equal counterpart. And that's beautiful, man. We coming up out of this winter spell, I believe.